Hi everybody, welcome to week 7 introduction video, and today we're going to be covering what is going on for this week 7. So if you click on modules, you'll see for week 7 it's our exam 1 week. So uh, this week we're just going to be preparing for exam 1. So let's go ahead and look through what's going on this week through our module overview and objectives. So if you're watching this video, you definitely have landed on this page, but let's go ahead and read through it. So by the end of this module, we're going to learn how to successfully review for a math exam in an online course. Okay, so that means reviewing notes, reviewing self-checks, reviewing lab assignments, reviewing discussions, maybe doing some practice on XYZ homework, and maybe outside sources like YouTube or something like that. So after that, hopefully you successfully take an exam online course, right? Uh, Success as in knowing how to do it, feeling a little prepared, not so much as like if your grade is great, right? So, um, just try your best, right? But anyway, so let's go through what's going on this week. So, our first assignment, which is practice exam 1, right? This will be due by Friday night. After that, the practice exam closes by Friday night, and then we have exam 1 that you will also take on XYZ, right? This will open Friday midnight and then close Monday by like 11:59 p.m. Okay, so opens Friday morning, closes Monday night. I'm sorry, Saturday morning, closes Monday night. Okay, but you'll see the due dates. Then along with this exam 1, right, I'm also requiring you to submit your work into a Canvas submission no more than 15 minutes after your exam 1. Okay, so after you finish your exam, right, you have should have been, doing your work on a separate paper, right? And for every single question. And so you're gonna PDF scan that and then upload on a Canvas no more than 15 minutes after the exam run. I can check the times of when you finish and when you upload the PDF. And if it's more than 15 minutes, then it's going to be a 0, okay? Because then it's a little fishy like that. Okay, so you have to submit that. And then after your exam, you're going to have this reflection sort of discussion, right? You don't have to do anything more. What you have to do is just post a problem from exam 1, like a problem you're struggling with, post it and respond to others and kind of explain like your thought process, okay? But let's go ahead and go through the rest of this module, and I'll definitely be repeating exactly what I said because it's logistically it's important. Okay, so here's practice exam 1, right? It's on chapters 1 and 2. This is due by Friday night. It'll be open all week, right? It'll be open all week, but it is a practice exam and our requirements are a little different. So let's go ahead and preview this. So, you know, this will help you prepare for the exam. So you only have one version of each question, but instead of 3 attempts, you'll have 5 attempts to work on a question, right? So a little more high stakes, right? It's not like infinite amount of tries. So to get you a little prepared for the exam. But after your fifth attempt, if you get it wrong still, then you'll see the correct answer. Hopefully you try to, it's your responsibility to see you can understand it, right? So this assignment closes before exam one opens. So you won't be able to like go back and forth and see kind of, maybe see what that question was, right? So closes before the exam opens, but definitely try your best and take it a little seriously because it's a high stakes practice run for the exam, right? On the exam, you only get like one chance. Okay, here you have 5 attempts, but you still only get one version. So definitely try your best to get prepared for this exam, right? And so let's go next. And here's our actual exam 1. Okay, so the last time to do this would be Monday night, right? So you have Saturday morning, basically Saturday 12 a.m. to Monday midnight. And it's also a timed exam, okay? So you'll have 2 hours and 15 minutes. It shouldn't take you all 2:15, but it should take you, you know, less than that. But try your best. You only get, I'll do a teacher preview. I won't show a question though. Um, so here's a little run through. Like this is our exam. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. A countdown clock will show on the top right-hand corner while you're taking the exam. Uh, but once you open this exam, the clock won't stop. So once you finish it, once you open it, you have to finish it. The clock's not going to stop. So make sure you're sitting in a prepared environment. You have your notes, you have your Desmos open or whatever. But make sure you're prepared for that. So during this exam, you got to write down your solutions on each question, right? On a separate piece of paper, write a notebook, some printer paper, right? Make sure write number one, number two, blah, 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 right? So because after the exam, to reduce sort of cheating, right? Um, AI, things like that, photo math, you have a 15-minute grace period to submit your work from the exam for each question. Okay. So during the exam, you're writing on something, right? And then after the exam, you finish. I can see the time you finish. Go ahead and PDF scan your work, then upload it on the Canvas in a submission where it says like exam one work submission, right? If it's after 15 minutes, you're gonna get a zero, okay? Because then it's getting a little fishy. Okay, so this whole thing is just to deter cheating. Cheaters are gonna cheat, but I'm just trying to reduce that as much as I can. Okay, so automatic zero if you don't submit that after submit your work. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, right? Logistical stuff. If you have any clarifications, just let me know. Okay. And so here is the next part, which is the exam one work submission, right? So this is where you would submit your work. So you would submit your work this is where you upload your PDF. If you don't do it within 15 minutes, it's a zero, right? If you don't show work for a question, then it's a zero for that question. So if I see a skip question, then I'm just gonna, even if it's like fill in the blank, right? Write it all out. Write it all out. It won't take that long. It'll take like a minute or two. Write it all out. If I see a blank question, then it's getting a zero. Okay, so um, I'll hold everyone to that because it's in the assignment description. Okay, so no more 15 minutes. Let me know if you have any concerns about this. Okay, but submit your PDF work here. PDF, I will put as 1 point, right? But you must have this or else I'm just going to zero out the exam score. Okay, so that's it for all you have is practice exam and the exam. Okay, and then the last thing to do is a discussion. Like I said in the syllabus, like we'll have these Q&A discussions during the exam week because we don't have like a thing to post really. So this is self-reflection is like, what did I struggle with on exam one? Okay, so what you want to do is post a problem from exam one that you did, right? That you had a tough time with. You're like, oh man, I don't know how to do this. Like I totally forgot. I couldn't find the notes. So what you want to do is just post that, type up, a little longer because it is a reflection, right? Type up like 4 to 5 sentences uh, about like what you struggle with, like what your thought process, what went wrong, like how do you think you could figure this out in the future, and responding to people with just like, maybe you struggle with the same thing they did or things like that. So this is our exam reflection. Okay, so in terms of how our weeks usually go, light workload, right? We don't have a self check, we don't have a lab assignment. We have XYZ, but it is our practice exam and our exam. And then we have a kind of low stakes discussion. So that's pretty much it for week 7, which is our exam week. So here's a conclusion of everything practice exam. Exam 1, submit your work on a Canvas within 15 minutes, self reflection, and that covers it up for our first learning unit. Okay, and then it'll just set us up in the future with chapter 3. We're doing more, maximization, minimization, things like that. But that's it for this week 7 intro video, a little longer, but just make sure I get everything logistically sound for this exam week. Okay, so remember, practice exam, exam 1, both on XYZ. With exam 1, you got to do your work on the side and submit that work. Okay, no work, it's a zero. Okay, see you next time. Thank you. Bye.